Pisces energy, welcome to Intuition Loading. I'm Kara T. Hawkins. I'm here for energy, which could be on people, places, situations, circumstances. So get your natal chart out, see where you have Neptune, see where you have the planet Pisces in your chart, and then let's see what we got, okay? Remember that Pisces is 12th house energy, so you guys can Google it. I like to give you information so that you can fish, so that you can build your own relationship with spirit. Now, interesting thing, first thing I noticed is I'm only doing 3 decks for Virgo and Pisces because they share energy, and these are the 3 different type of decks that I chose. One's really pretty and floral. One is giving me more magician, so I feel like this blue is more that Virgo energy, and then you got this dark energy. I'm doing a Celtic spread, and you see this fragmented energy on the bottom here when it comes to a new opportunity on the bottom of the deck here. Piscean energy, you can have some type of distractions or some type of negative influences trying to get at you. I say trying because there is still some level of pretty pink, you know, some level of vanity that's out here. This is very much giving, you know what I'm gonna say, Jezebel energy. It moves from energy to energy, house to house. Energy is always on the move, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed. That's science. So we have to just see where it's going. So out of all the decks, this is the one I'm going to be using primarily. So it's given, again, that it's in maybe a low vibrational energy, but let's see what the cards are coming out. You could be battling a dark night of the soul. You could be battling some type of square in the astrology. Y'all let me know what's coming out. We're definitely in the right place. The siren is out here with this mermaid energy. This is very much Neptunian energy, very much Piscean energy. So I know that we're doing what we're doing, where we're supposed to be at. You have the cave next to it. I just talked about battling or coming out of something. This is what's crossing the siren here. I feel like there's this type of hidden energy. There's a longing energy here. There's also this energy, there's a menstrual energy here, egg energy here. For those of you that are masculine, still same thing. You could be having a baby girl, or you could be literally planting a seed. I just heard swimming in it. Dive in it, Kendrick Lamar. In the past here, you have desert energy here. So I've read for this energy before where you were hoping and praying and waiting on something. The question is, did you just stagnate here? The hangman energy here with this desert energy here. And it's also giving this energy of like needing replenishment, because this desert energy here, it's like it's falling into this water energy. So there may have been something that was dry or shallow or lacking on the surface level, but the cave energy with the siren deeper down, if you just work through the hard part, work through the parts that didn't look so attractive, didn't look so normal, the parts that seemed to call to you, then you ended up coming to the sustainer here. And then you have the eternal child, is how people are looking on the external. These are the cards that flipped out, and this is the order that spirit is wanting them in. So this eternal child here, it's always giving me Geminian and Virgo energy for some reason. Because this is like not your typical rainbow color palette, you know what I mean? But it's definitely giving, what are those? Kaleidoscope energy. That's exactly what it's giving me. And for some reason, I associate kaleidoscopes with Mercury. You got the sustainer out here. Once again, you see this molding type energy here. There's something that wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be, but you've been working with it, working through it here. Some of you all have been with this desert energy and giving me this hangman energy, like this is like dead prayers, you know, an empty request here. With this siren energy, this is like trying to make something, force something in your favor. Again, wherever you have Pisces in your chart, this is a relationship, if this is a friendship, if this is, you know, your children, it's like, if you have, perfect example, my children are starting some standardized tests for private school. It would be like if they were already showing signs of disinterest, or if they already didn't read, it would be like trying to force them to be these students out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Because I want something for them. Not asking them, not consulting them, not seeing what's complementary to who they are already or where they are already. Just like, look, I want y'all to go to this private school, and just like dropping them in a jacket and trying different things to try to manifest it into being. So if they look like private school students, if they talk like private school students, if they get some private school friends, then they'll get in private school. I'm not saying that that's not a form of manifestation, but here with this desert energy, it's just giving me more that it's something that doesn't fit. It's like making a cat trying to act like a dog. It's like, well, And I've had cats and I have a dog. And sometimes I have to tell my children and remind them, like, hey, that's not a cat. They're like, it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that. Or, hey, that cat, when we had cats, that's not a dog. You know, they're like, it won't come to me, and trying to put it on a leash and stuff. Not to say I haven't seen it be done, but that's just not the norm here. But with the siren in the cave, it's like, no, I can make it be the norm. I can make it do what it do. The sustainer here is giving me big emperor energy, which I usually get with the king and queen over there, but for some reason this sustainer energy is giving me big emperor energy, but also magician energy. So Aries, Virgo, Gemini energy. So it's like, again, it's this masculine manifesting, this masculine with that Aries energy, trying to make something mutable, make something move, make something manifest, make something be what you said it was. This is forcing a manifestation out here with the eternal child out here. It's this energy. I just heard gloating that, oh, it's so pretty, it's gonna be so amazing, it's gonna be great. And it's like, is it? I think that I'm hearing your dreams need a practical plan. I'm not sure if I have that deck or if I've heard it before in my early tarot watching days, but that's some deck and I've heard it before. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's what I'm hearing here. It's not necessarily that something may not be for you. Maybe it's not with those people. Maybe it's not in that city, state, job. Maybe it's not cohesive here, but it's also the energy of like when you get an inkling of something about to go down, because you have that high priestess energy, it's like you're trying to like rush it. As above here, you have the empty room. There is some energy as above that spirit is clearing out here. And again, I feel like trying to control blessings is a problem. It's like dating someone and you're like, this is my husband, and when it's time for the season to split, you're supposed to get what you're supposed to got from them, go your separate ways. This is the energy of like, no. We said forever. We said forever. If this is a job, I'm picking up some type of fixed energy out here. Even though I'm seeing mutable energy and cardinal energy, I'm picking up some type of fixed energy right here with this desert energy. That's what that is. Like you will go down with this ship in the past here. Let's see here. So below is agape. This is forever love. This is giving me, though, delusional, though, to an extent, because it's like, this is that rider. I don't know what y'all demographic is or where you're from, but I'm from Memphis. I come from, I don't know how to describe it, the poverty, the projects. We call this like gutter energy. Like, this is the girl or guy that's going to hold the gun, take the charge, sleep with him and all his friends. It's real gutter energy. Like, this is taking rider to extremities to get someone on your team, get someone to trust you, love you, be loyal to you. It's like down for whatever type energy. And I mean, from where I'm from, we call it gutter energy, but even just in layman terms, it looks very delusional. Like, oh, I took your charge, I did this, and this. I'm seeing this scissor clip where they said, oh, how can she sing that and make it sound so pretty? And she's like, I took that charge for you. I killed this person for you. And it's like, you did what, bro? Like, yeah, me. So you should want to be with me. You should love me. You should have some type of obligation and respect to me. And it's like, you're not doing anything for yourself. It's all in the name of wanting something. How do you feel about this on the inside? The mirror. So you could feel like this is your soulmate here. Agape with the mirror, literally in the eternal child. This is trying to fill a void here. Definitely see where you have Chiron in your chart. Some of y'all could have a Chiron in Pisces. This is that. This is trying to make them feel the way that you feel. Like, I love you so much, you have to love me back. Like, there's no other way. Like, how could you not see and feel all of this love, loyalty, and respect? And again, I'm feeling this for everything. I just thought about one of my siblings. I have 2 siblings that have autism, and my father was in denial about it because he has always been very judgmental of people with mental disabilities and ailments. Karma would have it that he has 2 that we know of for sure, children that have autism, and he was in complete denial for years here because he just wanted to be. He wasn't going for it. He was like, no, they'll grow out of it. They'll grow out of it. They'll grow out of it, until finally the children's mother had to tell him, like, look, this is real. This is who they are. And you're going to have to the empty room here. You're going to have to let that go and love them where they are, for who they are and how they are. And if you have love in your heart, it has nothing to do with the other person. I love people in general. I love humanity in general. There's a lot of people that dislike me, but I still love them. You know what I mean? And I still operate from that space. And Piscean energy, if you feel this way for a person, a place, a situation, because I'm even seeing, like, say there's an establishment, like some type of natural cause, like recycling. If you love recycling, then you just continue to move and operate in that loving energy. Pick up what you can. Promote it when you can. Share the cause when you can. This is somebody that's going around trying to force people and set up little wannabe Jedi mind tricks to try to mold people into being forced to do something. But it's very childlike and naive. That's how people are looking, like, what do you think you're doing? Like, we know what you're doing. It's like with the siren energy, it's like this seduction here with the cave here that you're trying to pull forth here. It's very unnatural. It's not authentic. It's not like law of attraction. This is like seduction. Boom. This is not law of attraction. This is seduction here. But it's obvious too. And Spirit is saying, let it go. If you got to do all of that for something or someone, it's not worth it. If you show up at work and you do your job and you have the highest stats, numbers, whatever, and they still don't want to hire you, that's not when you take to starting to dress a certain type of way or have a certain type of conversation or buying gifts. You know what I mean? That's when you just start looking elsewhere, because it may not be this particular place that you get that role. It may be at the next place. You're right. You feel like, no, this is supposed to be. Yeah, but maybe not here. Maybe you're supposed to be married, but not necessarily this person. Maybe you're supposed to work in this field, in this industry, but maybe not that company. I don't know why I keep picking up kids too with this eternal child out here. There's also this energy of like inflicting some childhood wounds on other people. Like when I did that, this is when I was younger, this happened to me. So that's probably what happened to you. And I'm sure that's how you felt. Not necessarily, operate in your own. This is projecting, you know what I mean? And because you're projecting, you're trying to force people to feel like what solution you needed is the solution that they need. And Spirit is saying, stop that here. Let's move on. The Judge is out here with the desert here, and you see this same energy, this praying energy here. And here, this is offering energy. I know this card is the offering here. So this is like bartering here. The 5 stages of grievance is out here as well. With the empty room, Spirit is saying, this is giving people pleasing. Stop people pleasing. Let that go. Because there's still company in emptiness, in silence, in space. Look at all those stars out there. There's still company out there. You don't need to be doing all of this for these people. They're constantly leaving you high and dry. If this is a situation, you're constantly showing up early, staying late, and they're constantly overlooking you for the position. Just stop. Just go somewhere else. Why are you taking it so personal? That's what this is. Like, this is a personal plight. And with the Judgment and the Eternal Child, again, the mirror here is giving this energy of like, I was locked out at some point. I'm sure you understand. Like, I'd have to get in. This is way deeper than what it looks like. But from people looking on the outside, looking in, it's like, are you okay? What's next? Because I don't do what the outcome is, because there's always a next. Look at this. The underworld here. Scorpionic energy here with the Sustainer. This is like most likely to end up in a cult, most likely to end up being pimped, most likely to end up in like a criminal ring, because you want to fit in so much, so bad, willing to do whatever. So again, for all this pretty pink energy out here in this other deck, I'm going to use the Clarify, because again, there's a naivete that's out here with the Eternal Child that's coming out. Like, you should know better. With the Judge here, you should be making better judgment cards. But with the Mirror out here, this is very much follower energy, doing whatever other people do or whatever you see because you want to fit in. Man, they not gonna like this one. Oh, they're not gonna like this one. Wherever you have this in your chart here, I get it, because this is not cute. But at the same time, we all know it's out here. Summer is coming up. Spring break is here or just passed. And that's what we're looking at. Who else was that I was talking about? You're looking at trends. That's what this is looking like on a more, you know, conceptual space. Remember, I do energy, which can be on signs, people, places, situations, circumstances. Y'all go by the sign, but y'all need to put that natal chart out and see where you have Neptune and where you have Pisces in what house. If that's foreign to you, shoot me an email. Do some research. Nothing worth having is, you know, come to you easy. Y'all don't want to do no homework. Just want to just believe anything. Who is that? There's trends being destroyed out here. There are, I can't remember who it was. I gotta find it. Anyway, that's what this is. This is the people who can't not trend. There's some trendsetters I've read for where it's like, look, it might have been Libra energy. The new trend is coming up, which would be this judge and the empty room. This trend is going out. If you try to stick to this and stay with it, then it could end up destroying you. So for Pisces, I'm going to reread or re-see Libra with a question mark here, because I want to say that's what this is. This is like not being mature enough to know what's next for yourself. It's like, hey, where are we going? It's like, where do you want to go? Well, where do people want to go? What do people want to eat? Where do people want to work? This energy is the people that I see that jump around from career to career to career. Oh, they're fitness trainers. Oh, now they're doing Forex. Oh, they're on Bitcoin. Oh, now they're in real estate. Oh, they're on tech. That's this right here. This is not going to work anymore. You have to find out who you are and love yourself within, because if you keep trying to project your external environment and nothing stops changing. I just said I don't do outcomes because there's always a next. So you're going to always feel like you're chasing behind who you are with the siren in the cave. You need to let you come out of this cave energy. Because again, this is definitely Neptunian. There's an egg here that hasn't been hatched. There's a seed here. Again, there's this conceptual type energy here. Something being planted and implanted that needs to be molded. But what's being molded is something toxic with this underworld energy. Something messy here. Cancer had this energy real big with the underworld because you're not sure who you are. So people can literally, I mean that, most likely to end up, the prettiest people do the ugliest things is what I just heard. Let's clarify this real quick. And I'm going to use these cards to clarify for Piscean energy. Now remember, this is just wherever you have this in your chart. You could have something way better going on somewhere else. In another piece of your chart. It may be great at work. It may not be the best at home. It may be great at home. You may not have the best social group. You may have quote unquote haters at the moment. My phone just died. Yeah, there's an energy of like a low battery out here. This is getting exhausting. This is getting tiring. Nobody finna keep on doing that. This is also giving me the energy too of like these are the people, this is insecurity, and this turns into lashing out. There's always something, insatiability, always something to have, always something to want. Also, that's where I was at, where Pisces is in the 12th house. This could also be confusion about spirit. Look at this, agape with no. Wait, postpone, pause, and say no. You should not love anything that much, because this is an external energy. With the mirror here, you don't love yourself. It's something else that's out here with this full moon. Cancer energy, y'all might want to check out that Cancer energy, because this child energy too is giving me that double mission here, channeling and uplifting humanity. I was just talking about that here with causes. The mirror out here, what's your cause? What's your purpose? Because you're a double agent right now. You are trying to fulfill yourself through fulfilling other people. So you have to beg, plead, people please them, and then go look in the mirror and say, okay, how do I feel? Did that work? And then you're like, no, I'm still feeling a void, still feeling missing that love here. Why is the cave and siren out here, spirit, in the main spread? This is exactly, I can't make it up. Damn, I hate when they give me so many. You have rite of passage, crossing the threshold, call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval, and how are you being called to step up and lead? Piscean energy out here. So this is the cave here, literally. You got the cave out here twice when you look at the vision part, the visibility of it. I'm hearing pictograph too. Everything, you might be visual. aesthetic is what I'm hearing, the aesthetic part of it. Then you got the Siren out here, which is very much that Neptunian energy with the Priestess here. And then you got protection here. Eclipse energy here. You got to stop that. Stop allowing yourself to be led by what's aesthetic. This is easy to trick, easy to lead into a dark space, a negative space. Look at this, unbound on the bottom of the deck here. What is the sustainer here for this Piscean energy? Oh, make sure you check your chart and see exactly where it is. The sustainer here would play. Have fun, celebrate, and don't be so serious. That's the thing here. You're trying to figure out how you can get around doing the actual work, actually being yourself, actually not doing the soul retrieval, which is leading to this underworld energy here. It's toxic. Your guidance is divinely guided here on the bottom of the deck here. What's the underworld here? You're not trying to follow that guidance, though. You're trying to follow the guidance of the matrix instead of the guidance of the higher power, which is interesting because, again, that devotion, tune into the portal of your heart here with the underworld. This twinning energy, this mirror energy here, you're mirroring toxicity because you don't want to do the work. So it's like, well, what did they do? How did they get it? Let me just try that. Well, what you're looking at, these overnight sensations, they're fake. So you're mimicking a scammer, and that's why fraud is happening to you. And you're feeling fraud, and you're feeling like an imposter, and it hurts because you're copying people that copy people that copy people. You are what you attract. You attract what you are. So instead of this doubling energy here, wanting to be like anything, be like you, but then know thyself, honor thyself. Do the work. What's the empty room, please? As above. You go first. The universe will catch you. This is like full energy. You need to start a new cycle here. This one's complete with this full moon here. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And then you have, what is your soul calling you to do? It's time to literally, with the empty room, drop what you have going on now and begin your new cycle with you. Ace of Cups energy. I'm seeing that really loud here because you don't know agape. You don't understand agapes. You don't. This not that. You know what I mean? What's the Judge, please? What's the Judge here for Piscean energy? Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Again, with this Judge energy, this is like people pleasing, asking and receiving here. You need to get grounded on what you want, what you need, what you have that you can sustain on your own. You have everything that you need within yourself. But because it's too hard to tap into, you don't want to do it. This reminds me of, I know this is kind of weird, but a topic of discussion in my personal circle is women who know how to please themselves, masturbation, men and women. When they know how to do that, it's actually healthier because they're not out sleeping with so many different people. They know how to please themselves. So it's not that they lack intimacy. Of course, they would like a partner. However, if they can't be in a relationship, or if someone is mistreating them and they decide that they need to be single or separate from an energy, they're not lusting after the person and getting trapped into the soul tie. Like, they can cleanse, detach, and then if they want, if they get into that, because they're humans, right? We're all humans. We all have needs. They can please themselves. This is someone who doesn't know their body well enough to be able to do that. So they just from one person to the next person to the next person. And, it has to be like that. These are your closet freaks. Because at the end of the day, for them to be so amazing and so beautiful, that just attracts more suitors to test them out, to sleep with them, to spin them, give them a run here. And if they don't know how to get grounded here and please themselves here, tap into their own body, then they could end up sex workers, asking and needing. And, when it's really like, look, this is, you don't have to. And I'm not going to degrade myself, jump through hoops and be weird for you. You know what I mean? I don't need you to feel attractive. I don't need you to feel good. I don't need you to have a good time. Okay? And I know that was raw and I know that was kind of off, but try to be as clear with y'all as possible. What's the Desert back here? Yeah, someone has been also, I'm seeing it out here in this Piscean energy, somebody has been withholding sex, refusing intimacy. Damn, these cards be flipping. What lights you up? Just say yes, and your guidance is being is divinely guided here. Somebody, look at this root chakra energy, that sexual energy here. They'll do whatever. This is like sex workers. This is somebody that is sprung out here. You'll be guided however they guide you because they make you happy. And again here, it's attached to this energy. They'll and then let's take this off of sex. Let's go deeper. They'll starve you out of attention. They won't give you those overtime hours. They might not want to see you. That's what this is here. Somebody's literally playing their hand with someone's emotions, knowing, oh, they need me. They make me feel this way, or I make them feel this way. They'll do whatever I say. That's what this is. There's a do girl, do boy out here. There's an interesting energy out here, and we all know these energies where you're like, didn't he cheat on you last week? Oh yeah, but he doesn't really like her. But why did you let him get your car? Oh, well, it doesn't matter if he goes and sees her. He has to come back because he's in my car. That's what I'm looking at out here. If this is a job, it's like, why are you working overtime? You're not getting paid overtime. Because if I show them that I'm serious, they're going to give me more hours. Who told you that? Well, he didn't say that, but he kind of suggested it. So I'm just seeing what happens. Well, you know, you've been working free overtime, which is illegal, by the way, for like 4 months. Everything takes time. Delusional. Like, that's what this is. Like, this is the friend that's like, I know this famous person and they just told me that, you know, if I just keep working hard, they're going to help me out. Okay, what does keep working hard look like? Well, I go get their coffee and sometimes, you know, I wash their clothes and they let me come sometimes to the studio. Okay, what are you getting from these things? It just, if I just continue to be there, and it's like, what? Being taken advantage of. What's the eternal child here? And again, this is giving me the energy of people who feel unpopular or unattractive. There's some insecurity at play here that needs to be healed within or is getting taken advantage of. The eternal child with divine orchestration, help was in a subtle realm. It's giving me the energy here of look, all these people taking advantage of you because you're naive, because you're not as experienced in some realm. So it's like they're just taking advantage here. Because you haven't learned how to say no. Birthing a new age is in reverse on the bottom of the deck here. And no, my cards are not in reverse because the crumbling, which is the tower, is right up under it. Spirit does not, empty room energy, it does not want you doing this. Like, you need to be isolated more than anything. More than anything. Most likely to do a threesome. Most likely to have a train ran on them. Gangbang, whatever. Most likely out here. Check Cancer. Cancer. I'm just hearing Cancer. I haven't done Scorpio yet, so just a water sign thing, I have to see. That's what this, you're gonna have to be strong enough to break this, but it's definitely here because somebody is playing in y'all face, whether it's an institution or a person or a friend group. Somebody's playing in y'all face. They think that you're always gonna do it. I'll call them, they'll do it. And it's Piscean energy with all this mouth. I do see some spice and some mouth here, but it's almost airhead energy. Like, you talking all of that, but look at your actions. You know what I mean? I don't know who they think they playing with, and I ain't got to do this, and this. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because they need me. It's like rationalizing some irrational thing in your mind. Keep it 1,000 with y'all. I have this Pisces shares my first house. So I'm a rising in Aquarius, but it shares Pisces. So this energy right here is like when people call me for services and I told them no, but then I go ahead and shoot it to them real quick. Oh, well, will you help me with my resume? I'm like, I don't do resume writing anymore. I don't have time for it. Oh, I really need this job, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what to do. I'll cuss them out, hang up, and then pull up my computer and be like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. You know, they always calling me and, here. Send them the email. I never get a thank you. I never hear anything back. They get a job. They on about their business. I don't hear nothing from them for months. When they call me to tell me, hey, I'm having this issue at work and I just need to know what you would do. I know you know the policy, so can you help me out? And I'm like, you got a job? Like, oh yeah, thanks for the resume, by the way. And I'm like, I don't have time for that. And so I get off the phone with them, and then I get this long text message of what happened at work, what they said. And I'm like, I don't care. But the more I read, I'm like, wait, what? They can't say that to you. That's illegal. And blah, 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 blah. Mind my business. Some of y'all need to mind your business, because people keep on coming to you. And this is definitely an abandonment issue, a codependency issue. I have found personally that I keep people around just because they're around. So I coexist with a lot of people. I don't talk to them. I don't engage with them. I don't even pay them no mind, but they're there. Sitting in my living room, eating my food, on my porch chatting, stopping by my house, parking, and going to the aquarium because I live downtown. Mind you, this is a past thing. So I'm telling y'all, I know it's here. Y'all just got to be able to look and identify it and not feel bad about it. Just check it. I've had a couple of exes that are like, oh, we're taking a break from sex this week because you've done XYZ. Like, what? Alright, there's healthy boundaries, but play. You're gonna be single. Because you're using it as a manipulation tactic. Or I'm seeing like swinger groups. Like, this is a guy that takes a girl on a date, and then he just ghosts her, and then she shows up to the place that he frequents and he's with another girl, and instead of saying, oh, okay, it's like, oh, I'm gonna walk by a couple of times, I'm gonna text him, you don't see me, you don't see me, oh, you're here with someone else. And it's like, yes, they are. You after you see something like that, it shouldn't even be. And we have to learn through these things. But yeah, apocalypse is here. There's a breakdown out here. Openly disrespectful. Spirit, how did Pisces end up here? This energy, what's the influence of this energy? I don't like it, because it's also no shade to you guys in this energy or wherever you have it in your chart, but it's also people preying on your weakness too. Maybe this is your first great job or your first time working, corporate, and people know that, and they're taking advantage of you not really being in a safe space yet. You know what I mean? It's wrong. What's the influence? How did Pisces get here, please? I don't like it. 7 of Pentacles here with the 10 of Pentacles. That's 17 Pentacles. That's 8 of Pentacles here. This is all about money. With the Knight of Spears here, and then you got the you got the Knight of Swords and the 6 of Swords with the Empress here. Come on, y'all. This is rushing. And then this 6 plus the Swords over here. This is the 7 of Swords energy here for the Empress energy. This is people out here who fall quickly. This Piscean energy speaks to the illusion of wanting things overnight. That's exactly what these are. Definitely check out Libra. Libra was in this energy for a second, needing to come out of it. There's a trend. There's something you could be a part of, but you have to let this go. Because you rushing behind people. This is literally chasing. They're on the boat going that way. And this Knight is behind them like, wait. Look how they laughing. Like, hi, yeah, come get me. All because you want this money, this legacy here, but not putting in the work for it here, not planting the seeds for it, just trying to get straight to it here. Between the 7 and the 10 of Pentacles, there's 3 of Pentacles missing. That's a team. That's a solid team missing. These people are using you, not including you, okay? That is my using you, not including. And it's like we have to wake up for this, okay? Same thing. I've built a couple. I do business development. I've built a couple of businesses. So I'm like, oh, you an accountant? I'm gonna help you out. Oh, you do house painting? Okay, I'm gonna help you out. Because in my mind, I was building a team. 7 of Pentacles here. I'm planting these seeds here so that we can have this long legacy of money. These people all have gone about their business, doing their own thing, and they no longer feel like they need to check in with me. They don't feel like they owe me anything because I did it for them for free. That's on me. Should charge them. So now that I'm looking at my team, 3 of Pentacles energy, I helped all these people thinking that we were going to be one network. And people that went on about their business. So I too have fallen victim to this energy here. Again, mirroring energy. Like, okay, you on that, I'm on that too. Yeah, but look, I put them before me. Thinking like, oh, if I get them straight, then I'll be straight. Eventually. 7 of Pentacles. to get to this Ten of Pentacles energy here. But this wasn't the right group. This wasn't the right people to do free stuff for. This wasn't the right terms to do free stuff for. And I see a lot of y'all are doing the same thing here. You think they have what you want. I saw that was an illusion here. Page of Flowers here with the Lovers in reverse here. Bad decision here. Naively making bad decisions out here. With the Page of Flowers, this is a childlike communication. This is a childlike decision. You know, this is like not understanding. All you heard was they went to Turks and Caicos. And you're like, oh, I need to be friends with them. I need to go over there. I'll ask them. Well, come do a little research on them. You'll see that they go a lot of places. But what do they do? Who are they exactly? What did that come with? Seven of Flowers here, because they may ask you to do some things that you may have to defend yourself from or stand up from or like raise your standards about, where it's like, well, hold up. I'm not finna do all that just to go on a trip with you. Oh yeah, we take, you know, girls to, you know, on trips with us, but we like to do XYZ with them. That's why they come for free. And it's like, oh, wait, my bad, I didn't hear that part. Some of y'all not hearing that part. Y'all not doing y'all research. You're finding yourself overseas with a group of guys, and then it's like, wait a minute, I'm totally uncomfortable here. How did we get here? But since I'm here, I guess I don't have any choice. This is like easy peer pressure here, or you just getting ran off on. What's the advice for this? Always, only obligation is to tell it to them straight so they can elevate. Ooh, the Empress is out here as your advice here. Taurus, Libra energy, I might want to check out. I haven't done Taurus yet, but look at Libra. The Empress energy with the King of Cups here. You need to understand the emotional intelligence that comes with being an Empress. There is some type of levels of respect that you need to have for yourself. There's some conversations that can't be had with you or about you, or that you should not partake in. There's some type of treatment that you're deserving of that you don't understand, because again, you haven't elevated to this emotional maturity here. The King of Cups, male or female, talks about knowing how to use practicality with your emotions. So it's like, you know what, that kind of hurt my feelings, but I see where you're coming from. You know, I feel that. So I'm not going to be upset. But I'm hurt. I'm trying to be mad, but I'm trying to rationalize it, because it does make sense. You know, it's like when you lose in something, if you have good sportsmanship, then you're gonna be hurt, but you're gonna be happy for the other person, and you're gonna take the attitude of, I'll be back again to compete again. I'm gonna go practice harder. But if you do not have this emotional maturity, then it could be like, well, they cheated, well, I deserve to be here. Entitlement and naivety, temper tantrum energy. So your advice here is to think about how you're treating yourself, what standards you're having. If you're this Empress energy, male or female, if she is okay with having you do, if she call you, knowing, if she puts you in some mess, I'm trying to stay politically correct on here. If she puts you in some mess that could cause you to get hurt, she's mistreating you. With this Empress energy, even as a man, you need to be able to say, hold on, baby girl, I'm not gonna get shot for nobody, okay? And why are you arguing with your ex? How did he get here? What is your baby daddy doing in your house? Like, you need to ask some questions instead of just running over there being like, oh yeah, this is my perfect opportunity to prove to her that I'm in love. Women pass STDs like men pass STDs. Y'all need to stay on y'all hygiene and your health just as much as women. This Empress energy here, knowing what your reproductive organs are doing, taking care of your body, incubating your own self. It takes time for all of us to work out and shred. I was just talking to one of my significant others, not boyfriends, but a significant person to me yesterday. And he's like, man, Key, it's taking longer for me to, I used to be able to work out, boom, in a week I'm back. Now it's taking me like 3 weeks. And it's like being respectful to men that they also have to diet and take vitamins and take care of their hygiene. You know, a lot of people are not looking at it like that. And I'm definitely seeing here that females could definitely not be looking at men in that nature. Matter of fact, if I want to just keep it 1,000, I'm seeing men looking at women like toys, and I'm seeing women look at men's like benefactors, like straight up, like piggy banks. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. So, you know, where's the standards here? You know, are you a piggy bank? Are you a toy? Like, that's what it's coming off as. Whether or not you want to have that self-awareness, this is what's going on, and Spirit is asking you to look at yourself on a higher elevation. One more for advice, please. 10 of Cups with the 5 of Swords and the Five of Wands. These is not your people, not your tribe. These are frenemies, enemies. They have hidden agendas, ulterior motives for you. That's why you're part of this group, this community, this family sector, because they're using you, because they have an idea for you here, because they have an ulterior motive. They already have assigned you a function, whether or not they've told you about it, and they may not have exactly educated you on everything that they need from you or have planned for you. But this is your people, your friend group, your tribe, your family. Again, this is not agape love. These people do not love you. No. This is not that. You need to protect yourself from that. You know better here. That void you're feeling, you're thinking it's because you don't have people. I'm seeing that it's because you have these people around you. I know that you can be alone and feel complete and whole. I also know that sometimes you could be around 1 million people and still feel empty. That's what this is. Like, you need to know thyself to honor thyself, because being around the wrong people is just as bad as being by yourself, quote unquote. Alone does not mean lonely. You haven't figured that out, whether you have this in your chart or you're figuring it out now because Spirit is coming in saying, and it's like, oh, okay. Again, this could be services. This could be anything. You know what I mean? Some of y'all, what should they do? What does breaking away from this concept, this people, place, situation, and circumstance look like? Because I don't see a new cycle here with birth and a new age here. Nothing's gonna come from this. What does this look like? What action should they take? That's the 9 of Cups. All you gotta do is do what you want. Once you start doing what you want and leading with your own desires, then they'll notice it and they'll start to be like, oh, okay, we can't run that on them. They're not a goofy here. This is the 7 of Swords in reverse here. That's the 6 of Swords. Go do what you want to do. They won't follow you. They won't beg you. They won't chase you. They're preying on this type of energy anyway. And then you got the 7 of Flowers here. This is your form of standing up for yourself. When they say, hey, can you come over here and do this? No. I want to go do this over here. A couple of times of that, and they're going to be like, yeah, we can't run that on them. Or you know they're not going to go for that. Or you know they're not going to choose this for that. You know what I mean? Queen of Pentacles here with the Knight of Cups here. And the 2 of Cups. And you'll get better options. You know, you teach people how to treat you. They observe how you treat yourself first. And then based on that observation, they like, oh, okay, well, they may be able to go for this or that. Or I may be able to get them to do X, Y, Z. I ask people all the time, like, I'm not sugar baby material. I'm not like, I meet all these people with sugar daddies. I'm like, what about me? And they like, you pretty and you fine and everything. But when you open your mouth, it gets very stern and firm and intelligent. And nobody's gonna try to, no. It gets standards. That means that you're not a sugar baby. Sugar babies are easy. They do what we ask them to do. We throw them some money. We go about our business. You're going to be making requests. You're going to be telling us no. You're going to be asking questions. Don't nobody want to deal with that. And we can tell that just by how you carry yourself, how you walk. My homeboy said I walk aggressive. I don't know what that means. But then again, you know, I am a business owner, and I've been a boss. So I kind of carry myself with an authority and a composure. And even when I hear people having opportunities, even when I try to joke in there, they like, no, not you. Because you'll get in our house and be like, so where do you work and what's going on with this? And doesn't this make more sense? Or even the fees. You know, there's some people out here like, well, I'll take this much. I'm like, that sounds like we dating. And I can't barter that one. You know, like, people can tell who they can get away with stuff on. I hear men say that all the time. Like, we get away with what we can. But I know women on the same stuff. And I ain't going to get into that. But I'm just telling you that's what I see here. I love y'all. I know. Sometimes I got to give tough messages. But I love y'all. Snap out of this. Those who study past. So just because, you know, this energy is out here doesn't mean you have to fall victim to it. Also, remember, these readings usually be 4 to 6 weeks ahead. So if you're not in this energy yet, don't catch yourself slipping here. You've been training for this for lifetimes. All you can do is study and get ready, because these are predictions. This is the energy coming down. It's not here yet. So if it's not you right now, check that placement and keep a heads up. Check out the readings 4 to 6 weeks back, and then you'll be right on time. Okay? I love y'all. Until we meet again, keep growing.